It's Madden NFL 23, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings, and it's all up next.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Taking in at the 3. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Prescott from the gun. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
On 1st and 10, Prescott to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It was Harrison Smith there up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Prescott now. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Prescott to throw it. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Cousins. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Pollard going to try the right side, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Prescott looks to throw on first.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw, Prescott.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the 22, Prescott.
Finding Tolbert here over the middle.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Prescott on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Pollard.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Pollard again.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Tristan Vizcaino for the extra point.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Cousins now from the 50. And And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
First down, Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw is Prescott. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He'll take it at the 42. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to Rager. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing, Cousins. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. Touchdown! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings are back within a score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Prescott to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
I I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On play action, Prescott.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
49 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Point after here coming up. It's good to make it 17-7. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Now Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, I'm trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game. That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On play action, Cousins. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Cousins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
This ball complete to Rager. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on: catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Again, it's Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Cook diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
And Charles is able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Joseph on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cowboys and Dak Prescott getting set to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They can't stop us.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott now. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And we see here on the next-gen stats, he was able to take that nearly 60 yards after the catch. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Off the play fake, Cousins. That'll be caught. Rager with it. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate, and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, here's Cousins.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw again on second down. Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Cousins again.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Five yards remain on second down.
Here's Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cook up the gut. They find some open field here. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Cook will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. This the most important of them all, 3rd and goal.
Madison diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Joseph now to have the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Cousins on first down.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now he's going to swing this one out.
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football.
It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Throwing, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. To throw again on second down. Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Prescott on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number one. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Starting the third quarter with Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. To throw, Cousins. Throw left side, complete. That's Cook. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins
Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Cousins now from the 50. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Trayvon Diggs, usually known for interceptions. Here, he gets the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll throw again. Prescott.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give here to Pollard. A beautiful fake. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. First down, and it's Pollard again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give them a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Osborne. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. Dances by him. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Cook. Oh, good move. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
99 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Bring it. Get something to get.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
1st down, Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Let's do this, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Play action now. Prescott out to his left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. To throw is Prescott.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Pollard.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
A first down throw for Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Vikings on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins again. And that is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Joseph's got it, and that will close the gap down to 14.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew the situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott going right back to Ferguson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Run for Pollard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Osa Odighizuwa busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And out now come the Cowboys. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Here's Pollard. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Prescott off play action. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
A try here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And the football going back to the Vikings offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out. This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Cousins. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. The kind of performance, that they're going to cherish.